She stole $100 million from the United States Army with a fake charity. How does nobody look into this? Hey there, weirdos. Are you running low on cash? Do you need a little bit of extra cheddar to get through the week? Well, why not scam the federal government?
That's where the money at.
It's so easy a caveman could do it. Or some disgusting little toad with fake eyebrows tattooed on top of her face like a walking stereotype of Los Angeles trash. Let's all give a hearty welcome to Janet Yamanaka-Mello, or as I like to call, Mellow Yellow. Cause she's just living life on easy. Now, I don't want to say it's the biggest bait and switch that someone's pulled off against the United States government, but it is significant. You see, Janet here was able to walk away with $100 million. Well, she got caught, but she's been hiding that cheddar since December of 2017, over half a decade. Now I'm going to go over some of the things that Janet bought with that multitude of money, but how did Janet get away with getting $100 million from the United States government? Well, Janet made up a business called Child Health and Youth Lifelong Development. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. I couldn't even find a website for this woman's business, which really just says something about how lazy the Army is for looking into this woman when she's trying to get millions and millions of dollars, and also how gullible she thought the Army was that she didn't even set up a website. I literally have read dozens of articles about this woman stealing $100 million and what she stole and how she did it, but there's nothing that goes into what her business reportedly even did. You'd think the United States government would send out some sort of box checker to look around and see if the building is actually occupied by the business. Oh, look at this. This person has a headquarters and they're there doing work. What did they do for her?
Okay, we're here to check out the Child Health and Youth Lifelong Development headquarters. This just looks like a burn pit.
Now, $100 million is just the one with 8 zeros behind it. It's hard to kind of contemplate. So let's see how she spent that $100 million, just so we can kind of get like a better feel. How about 31 different properties across the United States? 78 different vehicles, classic sports cars, hypercars, collectibles. A huge jewelry collection, and $18 million in cash still in bank accounts. This bitch spent $82 million. One house, just one of the homes that she bought in Maryland, was worth $3.1 million. It had 8 bedrooms in it, a 55-car garage, which I guess you're gonna need to store those 78 cars that you bought, still 23 spots short, and it was over 58 acres. Now, the federal government has already said that she's gonna forfeit all of those things. I mean, I don't know how much money you're gonna be able to get back. Hopefully some of those cars appreciated in value so you can make some of that money back. Wouldn't it be interesting if the federal government allowed people to embezzle money because they knew that they would invest it better than they could, and then they arrest them and then take the money that they stole, and then the money that they made from that money they stole on top of that? Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. I think that could be very real. What's still so hard for me to understand is how do you buy 78 cars? Could you imagine that woman at some sort of car auction?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your paddles ready because the next vehicle we're bringing to auction is a 1967 Chevy Camaro Super Sport. Let's start the bidding off.
Oh, that's my dream car.
Sold to the creepy lady with the eyebrows in the front row. And the next vehicle up to auction is a 1966 Ford Mustang Fastback in mint condition with white wall tires. Ooh-wee. Let's start the bidding.
Oh man, that's my dream car.
Sold once again to the lady with the creepy eyebrows and the racially ambiguous face. Ooh, we got a special treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 2019 Lamborghini Gallardo. What'd you say we started off this bid?
That's my dream car.
Sold once again to the lady in the front row that looks like a hobbit with Botox injections. And finally, we got a 1999 Dodge Neon. Who wants to start the bidding? Finally, something I can afford. $250.
Only 18 million left in the bank. What a greedy bitch. Could you imagine if she just did the minimum? Just so she could get by with like an actual charity or charitable organization? There are charitable organizations out there that take like 80% of your fucking money, and she's done about the same. All she had to do was take 20 million out of that $100 million, and she could have set up a fund to put, I don't know, like 1,000 kids through college at $20,000 a piece. And then if the IRS would have looked into her, they'd have been like, oh, well, I mean, she gave $20 million out of her $100 million of profit to the kids. So, I mean, so far, that's kind of a shitty organization that's supposed to be charitable, but at least she's doing something. She's not a complete and total fraud, but no, she kept every single dollar. And that's how she got caught, by the way. Not from anybody in the freaking army, not all the generals and colonels that she had sign her documents and reapply for these grants over and over again. No, she got caught by the IRS. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you spend money or make it, you can bet your butt that the IRS is tracking every dollar to make sure that Uncle Sam gets his. Plus, the IRS has got time. From the articles that I read, the IRS knew fairly quickly, based on her tax returns, that she filed under her own name, not the businesses, that she was making way too much money. That's right. This dumb broad who worked for the army on a salary of, I think, $140,000 or $170,000 a year, something like that, pretty good cash, claimed millions of dollars from her business, the fake bullshit business, on her own personal tax forms. You couldn't even get like a business EIN number, which is like a business social security number, for taxes and just put them all in there. You had to immediately go, shit, what do I do with all this money? I can't believe this worked. Well, I'll just fucking claim it. I gotta claim it. And the IRS goes, wait, how did this bitch that's only supposed to make $130,000 a year end up making 20? We should probably look into that. Some people might say a red flag. And once again, this is the IRS. They'll hunt you down for $20 and then claim that you owe them $20,000 just so you can pay some tax guy to go, whoa, IRS. Actually, we did the paperwork correctly and it is just the $20. Slow your roll. Ask me how I know. And out of this entire story, the greed keeps going. And what I would just say is the cherry on top is this dumb Janet and her freaking lawyer, gosh, lawyers, are demanding that she get to keep her federal pension because she's earned it, right? It's not like she did anything that could qualify her ineligible after defrauding the government tens of millions of dollars. The balls to be like, no, wait, listen, I might have stole a bunch of money from the government, but I still worked really hard for like 20 years, so I deserve that pension. You know, I did the time. All you said is I had to do the time, and I did it. So while I'm rotting away in prison, I would really like to get my pension. Thank you. Fuck, by the time she gets out, she can afford a couple Lamborghini Gallardos because she's looking at a maximum of 142 years. Now, I don't think that that's going to happen because for some reason the government is super light on white collar crimes. And I disagree with that because you ruin a bunch of lives and you're taking a bunch of taxpayers' money. And for Christ's sakes, federal government, stop taking my money and giving it to dumb people that are stealing it. $100 million. $100 million. And you couldn't send some backpacker to go through her backyard and go, how's this bitch got all these properties? Where are all these youths and children supposed to be getting better life stuff? I don't see a fucking kid or playground around any of these buildings that she bought. I hope she gets the remainder of her life. Taxes. This is where your tax money's going. I'm not a libertarian, but every day I get a little bit closer to going, hey, you know, taxation is kind of that, you know. All right. The best way to support the channel is get a shirt or a sticker. Look at me, E4 Mafia. Be careful stealing from the federal government. See you next time, weirdos. And what does that mean? Damned if I know. What, I gotta get like a plate holder in here? Secure your gear, AC. Secure your freaking gear. How about you shut up?